Yo, what's up, Wolfman? How you doing, bro? How is everything looking? Can you see everything fine? I'm just trying to set this up. You're awesome. Oh, thanks, man. I'm just trying to set this up because I've not done this for a long time. So let me know if like everything's normal. I don't know if the audio's fine, if you can see everything. The last time I streamed, I did like an Among Us stream, so it's been quite a while. Yo, what's up, the King Gamer? How you doing, dude? What's up, Reenstone? Okay, so basically what I'm doing right now is I'm just messing around with some Minecraft mod stuff. So I'm kind of messing around with this model that I just made. I'm still not the best at making models, but I'm kind of learning and just making more to try and get better. And I've been thinking about making an avatar mod from the cartoon because a lot of people were interested in that, and there's not really any mods for it. There is one mod which is like a multiplayer one. So I've just been kind of messing around with making a model. Not sure how it's going to look in game, and I don't know if it's going to be very good, but hopefully we'll see once I actually put it into the game. Yo, what's up, Guillermo Teodoro? Pixel, I love your vids. Thank you, bro. Zinkun Louis. I think that's how you say it. What's up, bro? Your mods are cool. Thanks, dude. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to import this into the software. So I've just imported this model. So a lot of people wanted to kind of know the, how I make the mods, what I do, what's the sort of process. So I'm kind of just going to show you making stuff right now. This is kind of unplanned, so I'm kind of not really sure which stages I'm going through because I wouldn't be doing a commentary like this usually. But what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to have to assign the animation. So what I would do is I'd go inside the software and find that obviously leg 4, for an example, is the main leg name. So I'd have to put an animation to that. Now the problem what I've done with this is I'm not sure which animation I need for each side. So this is the left side of the animal. So I think I'm going to need either a left leg animation or a left arm animation. I'm not sure which one I have to assign to this. Right, let me see what people put. That looks cursed. Yeah, it doesn't exactly look 100% like it should do, but it still looks pretty cool. It has a unique style. Yeah, the problem is there's no actual images of any of the avatar characters or anything from actual mods because there isn't really any decent mods for it. So I kind of had to just look at the cartoon and kind of incorporate my own style. It looks like a Minecraft model because what I did is I started off using the Ravager as the base from the Village and Pillage update, but I had to kind of entirely just make it from scratch with not many reference pictures, so it's not entirely the best. What software is that? This is Blockbench. So this is what you make the models in, first of all, before you actually import them. I use MCreator to make mods because I suck at Java coding. But yeah, so you make the model and texture in Blockbench, then you import it into MCreator. Yo, what's up, Guillermo? Yo, Acer1109, how you doing, bro? I don't know what this really long code that you posted in was, or this, I think it's spam. Europe. Oh, Brazil. Interesting. The modeling software is called Blockbench. Yeah, basically it's Blockbench. Okay, so let's get to business. So I'm just going to kind of mess around with this. So the legs we have on this side, this is leg 4, leg 5, and leg 2. So what I would do is I go to leg 4, and I go left leg swing, and then I go to leg 5, and also do the same, left leg swing. And then what's the last leg? Leg 4, leg 5, leg 2. So this is going to be a slow process. So left leg swing, where's that? Okay, so then the other side, there would be 3 other legs. So we'd have leg 3, leg 6, and what's that, leg 1? So 1, 3, and 6, we would do a right leg swing. So 1, 3, 6... and then we should have the leg swing on it. Now, I'm not sure what to do with the head because this headpiece over here consists of like multiple parts. They're all the same parts, but I forgot to attach the ears to the head. So if we move the head, then the ears are going to kind of not move with the head. So it's going to kind of mess it up. We do have the tail though. I do have a tail, so we could move that when the character moves, but I'm not going to mess with that just yet. So I'm going to set the animations how we've just done them. And then I have the texture, so we'll import that as other, because obviously that's going to be the texture for the mob. And this is what the texture looks like. So usually what I'd do is I'd apply noise to it, and just apply like a really low amount, just so it doesn't change it too much, and so it adds a bit of texture. So we can just save that. If I don't like it, I'll just undo it. And then let's just run Minecraft and see how it looks. So this is kind of the first stage of testing stuff out. So we've only done one mob so far. Obviously, I'm not going to be streaming for long and just making tons, but this is just kind of a test. It would be cool if you made it be able to be saddled and ride it and fly. Okay, so I do actually want to do that. Not sure how I'm going to do it just yet, though, because obviously this character from Avatar is called Appa, and he's kind of like the flying yak in the cartoon. So he's going to be a flying mob, but I'm not sure how I'm going to make it saddleable if he's already flying, because then you'll have to capture him in midair, which you won't be able to do in survival mode. And then I'm not sure if the flying system in MCreator lets you fly. So I'm not sure how I'm going to deal with that problem. So I'm going to worry about that later, because that's going to be a little bit of an issue that I'm going to have to think about. So I'm not going to worry myself with that right now. But that is a good idea, Zincon. I do want to do that, but I will have to get round to that when the moment comes, because that's kind of too bogging for my head. I swear you could rotate in Blockbench. Yeah, you can rotate. What do you mean rotate? Rotate the legs and stuff, or just in general? I mean, the tail's rotated. This is not the best model, but this is just what I've made so far. Okay. Also, yo, what's up, Hamish? How you doing? I'm not sure if Adrian's Kynan or one of Kynan's friends, but what's up, dude? How you make an animation in Minecraft? So you can't actually make animations right now in MCreator. That's a bit of a problem because the plugin GeckoLib, some people can get it to work. I personally can't get it to work. And also, if I release a mod pack with all my mods, there's a problem with the GeckoLib plugin where you make the custom animations, which, okay, I've ran this, but I forgot to even make the mob. I can't believe I didn't even do that. But with the GeckoLib animation plugin, which you need for custom animations, it crashes on servers. And since I want all of my mobs to be available on the server when we create that in the future, we can't have the mod crashing the server. So currently, I'm not going to be adding any custom animations. So let's just add a mob. So mob Appa. I think we have to add it as a mob. So this is just going to be really basic. We're going to find the model, which we've imported, and the texture. And then the mob spawn egg, it doesn't really matter. We'll just make it white and black for now. Also, let me know if you can hear music or not, because I've muted the music. I'm listening to some music right now, which is copyrighted. So hopefully it won't be playing on stream, because I don't want to get banned. Okay, living sounds. I don't really want to give it sounds. We could give it like the Ravager sounds or something, but it really doesn't matter. Right, we'll make it a creature. We'll give it like 100 health, 200 health. I don't even know why I'm making it drop stuff. We don't need to even worry about this stuff right now. We just need to make sure that it works. So we want it to be flying, because we want it to be able to fly. And we want it to be rideable, but we don't want to do that yet, because I'm not sure how we're going to deal with that problem. Let me just get a picture of the character to show you guys what we're actually making, because a lot of you guys might not have watched the cartoon, and a lot of you guys might also think that the model that I've created looks like crap, so you may not even recognize it. So, okay, so this is the character we're making, okay? This is from the cartoon, and this is my very poor-looking model, which I personally think looks decent, and it looks like a Minecraft style, but for people who have played with like mods with really good models, you probably won't be impressed by it. But yeah, this is what we've made, okay? So this is kind of my iteration of kind of like a Minecraftified version. So that's what we're going to be making, and now I just need to see if this actually works in game. So I've made it fly. We need to make it we need to give it some AI, so I'm just going to give it some basic AI templates. This is usually what I do. I don't usually add my own. I just use the defaults. We want it to be a flying passive mob. This is going to be the problem about making it fly, though. If we make it fly by default, it will just move around and look really stupid. So the first time we test it, it's not going to look good at all. So let's just save it and let's just test to see how it is. Because another problem which we might run into is the size. If you look in Blockbench, this is the size of the model. It's pretty huge. And then this is the size of the actual canvas, this little square. So this canvas, just to explain things, this should be as long and as wide as the model, or usually it should cover below the whole model. Can't remember how to change that, so that might be a problem. So I might need to change that a little bit later. So okay, let's test this. I think I might have already ran it and it might have crashed the game. I'm not sure if I ran it just then. Okay, let's see if this works. Right, let me just catch up with the chat and the questions. You can make a key binding with levitation 50 for 1 tick if you have a special item in your hand or inventory, and if you right click this item in the air you can increase your movement vector speed. Please do this. That's a great idea, okay? So I will probably forget these things, but I am going to post on the YouTube community tab if anyone has any ideas or recommendations for what I should do, so remember to post those there. But yeah, I will need facts and help like that to actually make this decent. Like parts as in the base model, not stuff like limbs. Yeah, I think you can. I mean, I've been rotating the model around like this. I think this is what you mean. You can make this mob domestic. What do you mean domestic? Yeah, this is from Avatar: The Last Airbender, the cartoon. Wolfman475, you're my favorite YouTuber. Oh, thanks, dude. The mod doesn't need the best models or animations to be good. It depends on how it's executed. Yeah, it really just depends on the features that we can actually put into it. There's no music. Okay, that's good. Don't want to get banned off YouTube. Please speak my name. Guillermo Teodoro. Sam Coesta, got to go by. Okay, no worries, bro. Nice mob. Yappa from Avatar. Yeah, it's Appa from Avatar. This mob is so big. Yo, what's up, Reapy the King? Yeah, this is going to be absolutely massive. Right, let me disable this Minecraft music. I don't know if this is just me, but the Minecraft music, I like to listen to it when I'm actually playing the game, which is actually really rare, surprise it or not. Which is actually really rare, surprisingly. Only when I'm recording, usually. But yeah, I don't mind the music. I just don't want to listen to it right now. So here's the mob spawn egg. Okay, so we just created this. So this could go horribly wrong. Okay. So this is good. This is a good size. Hey, that actually looks... I don't know about you guys, but I'm actually kind of happy with that. For a first try, not gonna lie, for a first test, I'm actually really happy with this. Like I said before, it doesn't look the best. Obviously, some people could make it look better than I did. But it kind of moves with the legs how it should do. And it kind of moves around and flies. I actually really like that. That looks pretty cool. Oh, crap. Wait. There's another one up here. I didn't spawn this. Where did this come from? Jeez. Okay, so this looks decent. I'm happy with this. I don't actually think I need to change it. The legs kind of look weird if you go really close. But if you look at it from the front and where it's moving, I actually like it. I think that's pretty decent. So we're going to leave it like that. Okay, Jesus. Can you see how many of them there are? I literally only want to spawn one, but there's absolutely loads. Cat and comparator, I don't like the horns. I might reduce the size of the horns, because the horns, yeah, I'm not too sure about them. I think I might need to make them shorter. But just look at that, dude. There's so many of them. How did these all spawn? This is actually crazy. Just look. This is actually ridiculous. Look how many of them have spawned. Okay, so I think we're on the right track to make a pretty good avatar mod for Minecraft. So, obviously a lot of you guys asked me to do more mods and release the server, and a lot of people said that they would support the channel to get access to the server and mods and stuff. So I still have some research to kind of find everyone's opinions on that before we do that. But I think this is a good mod. I think we're on to the first tracks. We're off to a good start. It's so big, yeah, it's absolutely massive. That's going to be a boss. No, it's not, because he's actually a good guy. In Avatar, Appa is what, like, Aang and all the other characters ride. So he's a good guy, so... There won't be loads of them. This is just a test. I think I must have forgot to turn the spawning off or something, because I didn't spawn all these guys. This is actually pretty crazy. But yeah, he'll just be like a character you can ride. So now what we could do is we could try and figure out how to make him rideable. So, let's go back into MCreator and see how we can make him rideable. Because if we can put a saddle on him and make him rideable, that's going to be the next step. And then I've completely finished with the actual mob itself once we've done that. then we just need to add sounds and stuff like that, which I'll probably do off the stream. But I'm really happy with how that turned out. Everything's animated fine. Looks basic, but it looks pretty good. Yo, what's up, Space Watermelon? Earthen 2020, what's up, bro? The horns are like sticks. Yeah, maybe I'll change them. It was fun stopping by. Take care. Yo, see ya, Adrian. Have a good day, dude. What am I looking at? Make them also be able to put chests on the back. That's actually a really good idea. What I could do is I could add like a custom interface or UI, so when you right click on him, you can put items in his inventory. That's definitely doable. That's actually a really good idea. Thanks for that suggestion, Zinkun. I can actually do that. You can do an animation for when it takes off. I can't unfortunately do that because if I just show you, in MCreator, if we go into the workspace and then go into the workspace settings, there is actually a plugin which we'd usually use for animating stuff, which is GeckoLib, like I said before. But some people, even though they've got it to work, for me, it crashes the game completely, and I can't get it to work. So I'm not going to use that. So unfortunately, I can't make any custom animations. I'm also not sure how to do a takeoff animation right now. But if there's any way to do that in the future, I would like to do that. Fire Ferret, they look like red pandas. I will add more stuff from the show in time. This is going to be a mod which might take a few months to complete. This is just the very first steps. I thought Appa's like a really iconic character, and it would be a really cool creature to create first. So that's why I chose to do that first. The saddle's going to be huge. Not sure if the saddle's even going to show. I might just make it so the saddle doesn't show, if that's possible, because, yeah, that's going to be a problem. You have to make it shadow bigger to make it rideable. That's another thing. So there's realism, and then there's the mechanics we have to figure out. Can you make a Joe Biden mob? Even if I did that mob as a joke, I definitely wouldn't do that in the avatar mod, because that would just ruin the whole immersion. Fire Ferret, I'll consider adding the other mobs later. No worries, dude. 10:01 PM, jeez, dude. What does domestic mean, Guillermo? I don't know what you mean by make it domestic. Where are you from, the Blue Crusader? I'm from the UK, bro. Okay, TBC, nice job. Thanks, dude. I think we've started off pretty decent. You should add a specific saddle crafting recipe. So, I'm not sure how advanced I can do it, because even though I do make a lot of mobs, my knowledge of like coding and the procedure system in MCreator is still kind of pretty bare bones. So I'm not very advanced when it comes to procedures. So we might not be able to make it that advanced. But we could start off trying to experiment right now. So we've made it rideable by clicking this tick box, because it's already a flyable mob. And we don't want strafe movement control, because it would be kind of unrealistic, because usually when you fly, it's like straight forwards. So we're not going to make it strafe, which is from left to right. We're going to make it full forward movement control, which means that you can only hold W and then direct the movement with your mouse. You can't use the A and D keys to move. So we'll do that. The movement speed, we're just going to leave that. I'm pretty sure rideable mobs in MCreator are really fast anyway, so that's going to be another thing we'll have to figure out. But one thing you want to change on MCreator is when you make an absolutely gigantic mob, there's things that you have to mess around with. So, the entity model bounding box, the width and the depth and the shadow size, these are things which you have to change values here. And this is a lot of trial and error. When you have to do this stuff, this takes a lot of effort to actually mess around with. So we'll have to mess around with this stuff. Basically, the bounding box is like an invisible cube or cuboid around the model, which indicates basically the hitbox. So if you attack the mob somewhere within that box, the mob will take damage. If it's too small, then you won't be able to target the mob. If it's too big, then the mob will be able to be attackable in a much larger radius than what it actually is. So this is going to take a lot of trial and error to mess around with. Shadow size is just usually just for realism. And then the last one is mounted entity Y offset, which is basically, you know, the Y axis is up and down. So it would be at what position your character will sit on the model. So that also needs to be messed around with too. So the collision box can also be disabled. So this is all complicated stuff. Obviously, in theory, it makes sense as I'm explaining it, hopefully. And for most of you guys, you already know how to use MCreator, so you'll know this as well. So now we're going to try and ride it. So I'm not sure. I think we can just right click on it. I don't even think we need a saddle, which should be fine. I also did get asked a question: how common will the appers be, or how rare will the appers be? So it's not going to be appers. It's going to be apper. Okay, so I'm not going to make tons of them spawn like we did before, because that's just going to be absolutely crazy. That's just going to be weird. What I'm going to do is I'm going to make like either one spawn in like a special structure, so it'll be like really rare to find, or there'll be some way to summon him to use, some kind of item to call him, maybe like a horn, or just something that we can use to spawn him so he doesn't spawn like 100 times, because I think that'd just be really unrealistic. Maybe I'll make him tameable, but then that might cause problems with the flying system, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to do that. So, second test, let's have a look. So, you should add a specific saddle. We've looked at that. I'm not sure if we can do that. In your mod pack, there's a mod that adds scrolls that allows you to do earth bending and other bending. Yeah, so this is another thing we'll have to come to later, Zincon. Earth bending, fire bending, water bending, everything like that from Avatar. That's going to be another challenge. This is why I was actually considering not making the mod at all, because you can make all the mobs fine in MCreator, but the whole reason why people actually want an Avatar mod is actually to be able to do all the bending. So the problem comes, how are we going to do that in MCreator? So we're going to have to think of some complex procedures. I'm going to have to do some research, probably learn more about the procedure system, and maybe even look into the custom coding, because it's going to be pretty hard to do the bending. So I'm going to have to think about that later. So first I'm going to focus on the mobs. A lot of this will be done off stream, so you might not see like a lot of the development, but I'm going to have to think about that later. But that's a good point. Why is Fortnite in the tags? I didn't put Fortnite in the tags, so that's weird. Yo, what's up, Shadow? I use your videos as help, thank you. Well, as long as they're helpful, that's good. I think it will be animation when he's flying. Make this mob like a horse, a big horse. Okay, so can we ride this thing? I think the model's too small to ride. Wait, I think I'm riding it. What's happening? Okay, yeah. Look, we're riding it, guys, but I'm like too far down into the mob. So we're just like seeing inside it. Okay, so it works. But we need to fix where the player's sitting, because this just looks weird. Okay, so he floats, and you can move. Okay, so it does actually work, but it looks like really dodgy. So we need to fix that. So let's close this out, and let's go back into it. So this is what we have to mess around with again, guys. The mounted entity Y offset. So another thing what we have to do is the width and depth. The width and depth is just like too low. It took us a long time to find the point where we could sit on the mob. So I'm just going to turn this up. I don't really understand like the values, what we should set these to. This is just going to be trial and error for me, because I've only had to actually mess around with these once when I was making my Christmas mod for a Santa sleigh vehicle. So this is going to be a lot of screwing around to actually fix this. So if anyone wants to give me some advice or pointers, then hopefully we should be able to get this fixed. But it seems like we should be able to ride this mob. Dablau. That's not how to spell my Discord name, dude. thebluecrusader. Yo, what's up, Kynan? Yes, this is the Sky Bison. This is Appa. Yo, what's up, Josh Plays? He should spawn in mountains. Yeah, that's a good idea. But I want him to spawn really infrequently and like super rare. So yeah, there's so much to think about in this mod. That's why I'm going to focus a lot on this specific mob first, and then I'll focus on the other stuff. This idea is like the Fire and Ice mod. Kind of, in a way, but it's focused off a cartoon. I didn't think of the idea, obviously. Mic's muted. Let me know if you can't hear me, guys. It shouldn't be muted. The seat position depends on the hitbox. So, kind of... but the Y-mounted offset's a different value to the actual bounding box. Yo, what's up, Minecraft Mikey? This is so strange. Don't you ride Appa on the neck? Yeah, spawning in mountains, that's another thing. Where is the download of Natal mod? What's Natal mod? I don't understand. Yeah, I think you're muted, dude, because some people can hear me, but then 1 or 2 people can't, so that's kind of weird. Right. Can we does this look better yet? Okay, that works, but we're too high up. So we've made progress, but we're too high up. So in theory, the mob looks really good when it's just kind of flying around and moving on its own, or at least it looks okay. Like, I'm happy with it. Obviously, when it just like messes about and just spins and stuff, you can't really do much about that. But mostly it looks good. But the only problem is in MCreator, the rideable system, when you make mobs rideable, it makes them kind of look really weird because they move a lot faster than they should do. So the legs on him is just moving really fast, which is kind of a bit annoying, but there's nothing we can really do about that. But it works. So now the challenge is just to make Steve sit on him a lot lower. So let me change this. So it's 10. So we're just going to reduce it to 5. Also, the bounding box, we're just going to mess around with this as well because this is still not up to scratch. I'm just going to mess around and just increase the settings until we can actually figure that out. But yeah, we're on to a good track. We can sit on it. It's saddleable. We can ride it. It looks decent. I'm the one that gave you the suggestion of top 100 mobs and to make more mobs in your Christmas mod. Oh, yeah, I do actually remember that, Noah. Yeah, I do remember that now, dude. Yeah, I am going to do the top 100 Minecraft mods, but if I look at my ideas list right now, which you won't be able to see on my other screen, I'm not sure at which place that idea is actually on my list. Top 100... Okay, so the idea is number 200 on my list. That's probably not what you want to hear. Wait, wait, let me try and figure this. Okay, it's not a 200. Oh, okay, it's an idea 100. So in 100 videos, I will make the top 100 mods. It's probably not what you wanted to hear, but yeah, it's pretty low down on the list right now. I have like a big list of all the ideas that I have to go through, you see. When people suggest ideas, I usually put them above mine because I want to make the videos that you guys want first. But then, obviously, the list gets bigger and bigger, so let's drop into the new world. It would be more cool if I could spawn in mountain biomes. Yeah, I think that would be cool. The only problem is we want the spawn weight of the mob to be really low so that they don't spawn too much, because if there's just going to be a big group of them, that's really weird. I think in Avatar there's more than one sky bison. I'm pretty sure like there's more than one sky bison, so okay, the chunks of the map have loaded. Okay, I think we need to reload this map. This map has loading issues. Let's just make a new world. Let's just make a super flat. Yeah, I think there's more than one sky bison in Avatar, but it would be kind of weird if there's just tons that like spawn around. Yeah, I need to decrease the spawn rate, but I'll turn down the spawn weight. Yeah, the Christmas mod is not released yet. I actually didn't release that because I think I'm going to finish it next Christmas because right now there's just not enough content in it. Also, this is a problem. This horn doesn't have black where it should do. Okay. So, we've kind of made the sit position a little bit better, but whilst we've done that, we've also broken the actual mob because now it can't move because the height of the bounding box, we made it too large. So, that's another problem we have to fix. So this is the amount of problems which you have to fix. So we're just going to put it back to like, I think it was like 0.6. And the width, obviously, we can turn that up. It doesn't matter. And then we can put this down to 2 for the mounted entity. So this should be better. This is going to be a problem, guys. This is going to be a big problem. This is going to be a lot of messing around. But the mob is nearly at a finished state where I can kind of finish it off. Geez, we have 40 people watching the live stream. That's actually pretty big. I think the highest we had when we played Among Us was like 24. So that's actually pretty crazy. Obviously, there's people dropping in and out, and it's like going up and down, but that's actually pretty insane. The bending mod is not going to be separate. The bending mod is going to be part of the Avatar mod. So if I can figure out how to make some kind of like water bending system, or just some kind of basic system where you can spawn like lava and fire and water and air and stuff like that. I'm going to make it all in this mod. So it's not going to be 2 separate mods because that'd be kind of weird. Okay, the mob's fixed. This is good. Still have to right click it really low. And now that I've fixed the mob, I've also broken the character's height again. So that needs to be turned up. Because when you change the size of the bounding box, it also changes the position of where the player is. So, yeah. We're fixing problems, but then we're also creating more problems for ourselves. The thing is even though MCreator is a really basic software that makes it easy to make mods, it's exactly the same as when people program in Java or any other programming language. When you code something, you always create one bug, and then when you fix a bug, you make like 3 or 4 other bugs, and then you have to keep fixing bugs, and then you keep having issues with your code syntax and all these other problems. So it's kind of the same as coding in a way, and programming, because you always run into issues. It's just a lot easier because you don't have to actually program unless you want to. So it's far easier, but you still do run into problems, just like if you knew how to code. So. Add 5 ferrets could just be tweaked foxes. Yeah, we can see about that, dude. Okay. When I add more mobs, I will ask for suggestions soon, so don't worry about that. Okay, this player height's a little bit better. The world is a bit laggy though because we still have like 100 appers spawning, and it's making the world like really lag. Not frame rate, but like I don't know. All the mobs are really laggy. So. This is still not good enough, so we're going to put this up to 6, hopefully. And then we need to fix this spawning system. I'm going to disable entity spawning because it's just causing a problem. It's just making all the worlds lag. Why are there so little people watching? 36 is a lot of people, dude, honestly. People with 1 million subscribers on YouTube, most of them will get like 700 viewers or maybe even up to 1,000 viewers in a live stream. Numbers on YouTube from subs to live stream viewers are pretty small. The highest we got on Among Us was like 25. So to think that we have 40 people watching right now is actually pretty crazy for YouTube. Especially since I'm not a streamer, so I never really stream. I'm upset I can't do voice chat. What do you mean, dude? Hello from Brazil, my friend. Hello from Croatia. You should rename the spawn egg to Sky Bison. Is there a way to rename the actual spawn egg? Because you can, obviously, the spawn egg will use the mob's name. I think, obviously, okay, so in MCreator, you can edit the code of something, right? So you can edit the spawn egg here. So if we go into the code, this is just like a really basic thing. It doesn't really do much. But if we edit the actual mob, we can edit more stuff. So I've never tried to rename the spawn egg. How would you actually do it? But yeah, that's a good point. I mean, you could rename it to Sky Bison, but I'm not sure if I'm going to let a lot of them spawn. I'm still kind of figuring that out. Modding seems very difficult. Not really, kind of, as long as you learn it. Oh, Sky Bison spawn egg should be the ID. Okay. Okay, this is still the same. Oh, wait, I think I fixed where we're actually on the... Okay, this looks better on the Bison. Okay, let's just go to another world because we still have the problem with the lag. Let's just make another super flat world, right? Only 2 worlds. Yeah, I've literally just started making this mod today. Like, before I started streaming, I think I created this model in, like, 20 minutes or something. I created it pretty quick. When I'm in the zone making something, it doesn't take long. Okay, so, here we have the sky mod. If we right-click on it now, what position are we on? Okay, this is not perfect. This still needs changing, okay? This is still way too high, but it looks a bit better than before. This is probably the best we've got. Like I said before, it's best to play in first-person mode when you're, like, riding stuff like this, because if you go in third person, you just see, like, how messed up the legs look, and there's no way to fix this unless we make the mob go even slower. So it's best just to fly in first person like this, because then you don't really see anything. So now we can actually ride it, but we still have the problem about the player sitting on it too high up. So what about 4? Hopefully this should be good. Because once we fix this, we've done everything. Because once we fix where the player sits on the actual bison, then we can add the sounds to the upper character. We can add any particles. Don't think we'll do that. Maybe we'll add some kind of like air particles or something. We can change things like movement speed, attack strength. We can give it some procedures. We can give it an inventory system, which is what I want to do next. I might even do that on the live stream right now. Someone wanted me to add an inventory where you can put like stuff in, just like a chest. That's a good idea. You could select moves using the hotbar. Airbending could blast you and other entities around. So, like I said before, I'm going to take the ideas, but I'm not going to consider anything just yet because we're currently just on this one mob. And the bending is really going to like throw my brain around until I can actually figure out how to do that. You could select... how long have you been working on this? Like I said, probably about 30 minutes. Wait, how long has the stream been? I don't know how to check how long the stream's been. 35 minutes, so probably like 20 more minutes than that. So probably like just under an hour since I created the mod. So we made good progress. The delay on the stream should only be like 30 seconds or like a minute, I think. Please make Among Us mod. That's on the list too. I will make that at some point. But unfortunately, I don't have the time to make... I don't have like all day to work on the mods, so each mod's going to probably take a while. Maybury makes, I'm subbing. Thank you very much, I appreciate that. That didn't sound like it did, but I do. I felt bad for you because you have 40k. Hello from Portugal. Hello, my friend. You're on recommended. Wait, what do you mean, dude? How is it on recommended? Okay. So, I've messed this up even more. So now, when we sit on it, our character's sinking into it. So, like I said before, it's almost like when we fix a problem, we create another problem for ourselves. So, what did we do just then? So, we changed this to... How about 4.6? Literally, this is all I'm doing, just changing the height of it. And then we're pretty much done. I got recommended this. Nice. Hey, what's up, Frog? I have mods installed on Minecraft. I'm on Windows 10 I got for Christmas. It looks amazing. Thanks, dude. I appreciate that. Do the bounding box 3 or 4. I'm not going to mess with the bounding box just yet because it's going to mess up everything else. It looks like it's running in the 90s. Running in the 90s. Change the y-axis. Yeah, I'm going to still mess around with that. Regan Holt, I want to watch your video, but I'll stay on here. Hey, you do you, dude. I don't mind, man. Make a unicorn that would be cool. Not in this mob. Not in this mod. Running low on power. Okay, buddy, no worries. You found me from recommended. That's weird that people are seeing this on recommended. Okay. Whoa, this is close to perfect. This is close. This is very close to perfect. So the character's legs are still kind of sunk on it. But you can see all of Steve and he's kind of sitting on it. Like I said before, there's no saddle on it right now. I'm not sure if we can do that. I don't even think we can put a saddle on it. But, so you can see the mob just kind of like flying around and moving. And then we have to get... This is the problem because we have to get really close to actually ride it. And I don't think people could do that in survival mode because I'm using creative fly. So I'm probably still going to mess around with it more. But you can ride it and the player's in the right position. But like I said before, the legs just like... they just move around ridiculously. So it's best if you play in first person. But we can use it to ride. This looks good. I just need to make the character move a little bit higher. Not sure how to do the personal saddle though, guys. I know you want me to make a personal saddle for it. Not really sure how to do that just yet. But as I work more on this, hopefully I should learn a few more things on what to do. Yo, what's up, Cats and Comparator? How you doing, bro? Okay, so let's see how we do here. So if this works, then I'm going to add a GUI to it. And then a GUI to it, like an interface, so we can put items in it. And then I think that will be it for the stream. So I think that's probably all I'm going to do in the stream. So next I'm going to add like a GUI to it. This also is the reason why... Okay, this is perfect. I'm happy with this. What do you guys think? Where the player's sitting? He sits high enough so you can just see his legs, and he's kind of perched on it. I think that's good. I think that's perfect. I'm gonna leave it like that. I like that. That's good. That's good. But let me just. Okay, so we fixed that, but another problem. I'm probably gonna break it again because if we right-click the mob here, it doesn't let us sit on it. Literally, we have to. Okay, I can't get off the mob now. Okay, it's glitched. I need help. Okay, this is not good. But yeah, we need to still fix stuff. But what I'm going to do first is I'm going to do the GUI because that'll be more interesting to show on stream. I can fix everything later when I'm not streaming. Steve is very slightly off-centered. There's not really much we can do about that unless I actually go back into the model. There's definitely some things. To be honest, the bounding box probably wouldn't be as much of a problem if I actually fix this thing below. You see this little canvas here? I think I need to fix that. I'll do that later. This is going to be a lot of messing about. But right now, what we'll do is we'll make an inventory. So we'll go ahead and we'll make a GUI. Right, where's the GUI? GUI. Okay, so we'll call this GUI mob apper just so we can find it easily. And then we're just going to make a basic kind of backpack where we can put items. So I guess we're just going to call it like, I don't know what we should call it, Appa's inventory or something. Okay, we can't do that. Text input name. Appa inventory. It's been a long time since I actually made like a... Oh no, wait, we're on the wrong thing. What am I doing? This is a text input. Right, so we're just going to put Appa in text. And we're going to put that in kind of like a white text. And we can put this kind of in the center, I guess. Thing about MCreator now, though, is you can actually move around the text, which is really good. So if you want it to be in a different size, you can kind of, in a different place, you can change it. Wait, how do we change the size of the text in MCreator? Is there a way to do that? Like I said, I don't mess around with GUIs too much. So we're going to kind of center this up there. So this is going to be Appa's inventory. And then we're going to put some items in. And then what we'll do is we will add some input slots. So as you can see, this brings up the inventory. So I'm not sure how many inventory like panels we're going to need. We're just going to like put some random panels in. I don't even think we need procedures because when I made the Christmas mod, I made some Christmas presents. And then I made Santa's sleigh and just put loads of these input slots in. So this is literally all we do. There's probably a much quicker way to do this if you guys know, but this is the way that I do it. Okay. So we're just going to put some slots in. How many slots do you think we should be able to carry on Appa? Because he's a pretty beefy boy, so I think carrying a lot of items would be pretty cool. Use/kill. No. I'm not going to kill myself. Do you stream on Twitch? No. I did like years ago, but I find streaming as a concept a lot harder to grow, so I don't really have too much interest in doing it a lot, or at least doing it on Twitch. I know you don't want to mess with the models, but you can do rope and they use it to ride him. I will mess with the model a little bit. Maybe I'll add like some satchels onto him so it makes more sense that you can put items on him. But I'm not going to mess with it just yet. Or I might, actually, I could also just like draw a saddle on or make like a saddle model so that the player can just sit on top of that. I could do that on the model, but I'm not going to do that right now. I'll have to consider that. No, I don't stream on Twitch, dude. Yeah, I do need to fix the hitbox, yeah. Add a glider elytra, put it in your hand, and it does not need rockets. Okay, so these are great ideas. These are great ideas. I will probably forget these ideas. I'm going to warn you, but they are really good ideas. So, just going to zoom in because these items need to be spread out a little bit. They're too connected. Okay, there we go. That's good. Right. 9 slots. Okay, that sounds good. 12 slots. That sounds good too. We don't want to give him too many slots. Okay, why is MCreator not placing down the slot? It's glitched. Okay, this isn't good. Let me click it again. Okay, there we go. Right, so are these centered? I'm pretty sure they're aligned. 6, 7. This is probably the most boring thing to watch right now, just placing down these slots. 7. And then we need to make one more. So we'll make 8. Let's just mess around with 8 first, okay? Now, I can't remember what I did. Limit stack input. So we don't want to do that. Drop items when GUI not bound to any external inventory is closed. Gonna untick that. In fact, I don't even know if we need to untick that. Okay, so we're just going to leave it like this, and we're going to move the text up a little bit higher. Let's just mess around with this. I'll change it if I have to. And then what we'll do is we'll bind the GUI to Appa. The size of the inventory, this is just obviously the inventory of the player down here. Don't really think that matters. Max stack size. Okay, let's just save this. So when we right click now, it should show the inventory. I believe. This is how I did it before. So I'm forgetting a lot of things, but hopefully this should be cool. So right now it's got 8 slots. Yeah, that's the cat from Scratch. I remember Scratch back in the day in schools when you could make stuff on it. I've been listening to the same song for like... how long? Like 50 minutes on repeat right now. The most boring thing to watch, but still interesting to observe and learn the arts of making a mod. Exactly, Freddy. You see? If you want to learn stuff, you need to watch it being done in the process, you know? Because mods might be quite fun to show in a top 10 format, or they might be fun to show in like a mod showcase. But this is the hard work which goes behind actually making it. And obviously, for the people who make mods who don't use MCreator, it's even harder for them, so... Just realize something. The inventory. When we right click, it shows the inventory. Good, okay? But we can also ride it. Okay. This is weird because until we fix the bounding box, we're still going to have problems with the inventory and flying it. But it seems to be that we can use the inventory and ride it. Weird. And also when I press shift, I can't actually get off it. This is another glitch which I've created for myself. Maybe if we make a new world, this won't be a problem. Let me see if I can fix it. Right, one sec. Let me make a new world. Super flat. Yeah, so I created this problem when I changed the bounding box again. Yeah, why is Fortnite in the tags? I'm so confused. I didn't put Fortnite in the tags. Is that Fortnite? Okay, right. Yo, what's up, turtle, dog, human, monkey, goat? It's an interesting animal. Okay, search. Let's try this one more time. So, we can fly on it, but like I said before, we can't get off it. And we can wait. I'm not sure if it's actually moving. Yeah, it's not moving now. It's moving only up and down. Yeah, so we've run into another issue. So the inventory works. You guys saw that inventory. But also... Okay, this is going to be a problem. I think I'm going to have to fix this off camera, guys, because this is going to take probably a few hours of getting my head around this. So, we have to fix the bounding box so we can actually right-click in the right places. And then we need to make it so the mob will spawn on the ground by default, so we can quickly saddle on it if we need to. But accessing the inventory is a problem right now because you right-click on a different spot to the saddle, which messes up the saddle. So yeah, there's problems with it. I dislike the texture, but I could not make anything better. Yeah, the texture's not perfect. I'm not a texture artist or a modeler. I'm honestly just trying to get better at it. So it's not really the best, but I'm happy with it. I actually like how it looks, and I don't always say that when I make mods. A lot of the stuff that I make, I usually delete or scrap it. So I'm quite happy with it. What are you making? I'm making Appa from Avatar. Okay, so I'm going to leave that there because we've finished making the mob. That's what I was trying to achieve here. And we've made most of its like characteristics and behavior. But I'm going to have to fix this off stream and mess around with it because I just honestly don't know how to fix this right now. So I'm going to fix the bounding box, and then maybe I might do another stream tomorrow. So if anyone's watching right now, just subscribe if you found it on recommended or if you knew. And I might stream sometime in the next few days when I fix this problem, and then we can move on to creating the next thing. Because this is definitely fixable, but I feel like while I'm streaming, I'm just completely distracting myself. So, not sure if I've seen that show since when it was still running. You can watch it on Netflix. I actually binge watched it again a few months ago. I watched it as a kid, but I actually completely rewatched it and finished it a few months ago. But yeah. So, I will stop streaming right now. Me playing vanilla, just a simple man, farming crops, tending sheep, mining ores. Me playing modded. I got my AK and I'm going to shoot the Hydra in the Twilight Forest. Okay, so make sure to tune in. I'm probably going to stream again and work on the mod. And I'm definitely going to release this at some stage, but this is going to take a few months. So thanks for everyone watching and sending in ideas. I will take them on board, but right now I just can't apply them because I do have to fix these issues. So subscribe and I will be back.